Hello art students. To start your Ideal Meal project, you need to make sure you have filled out the project planning sheet completely with 4 illustrations of the top 4 foods you might use. You'll pick the food you want to go ahead with and color it in and make sure it has a little diagram with how you plan to make it, whether you use slabs or coils. Your first step on this project is to make a plate by rolling out a slab. As you can see, this is a really big block of clay. It's already about the width of the plate molds that we have, so you really just need to roll it wider. You don't want to make it any longer or narrower, so you're just going to roll in one direction by standing directly over it so you can use your body weight. And then starting in the middle of that piece of clay, you're going to press down and kind of scrunch the clay in each direction so that it gets wider. And you can use that plate mold to determine whether it's wide enough, but you also want to make sure that it's as close to uniform in thickness as you can get it, which I realize is a little bit tricky, but I know you can do it. When it's about the width that you think you need it, you can go ahead and roll it one more time. And then you need to try to get it off the clay board, and it might be stuck because you have been pressing it into the board and the clay is really wet. So if you need help taking it off, get a scraper and just gently scrape the sides while pulling back on the slab. So take the slab all the way off the clay board and then check to see if it needs any smoothing. You can do that by using a damp sponge. You can also use a rib tool. If it has any major cracks in it or indentations that you don't want, now's a good time to just smooth those out. Write your name on the back, and then you are ready to press your plate mold into that slab of clay. So we have a big block of foam. You're going to lay your slab on top, and then you're going to make sure that the plate mold is facing the right way and then press in firmly while rocking side to side. Use a needle tool to trim off some of the excess clay. Just remember that your plate will shrink a little bit, so don't trim too much just yet. We're really not going to worry about doing a lot of trimming and smoothing until this clay has had a chance to firm up. So that'll be in the next couple of days. Then put it on a paper plate to hold its shape, because the clay is really wet and we want it to make sure that it doesn't flop down. Then cover it with a piece of plastic and put your name on it so that we know it's yours.